Effective communication is the lifeblood of any business, and it has a huge influence on both efficiency and motivation within any organisation. The choice of organisational structure and management approach significantly shapes the nature and volume of communication employed by a business. But as a business expands, maintaining an optimal level of communication becomes increasingly challenging. In this video, we will explore the impact of insufficient or excessive communication, as well as the barriers to effective communication in business. Let's get started. In the world of business, communication takes place in lots of different ways, such as emails, text messages, phone calls, online video conferencing, letters, reports, face-to-face meetings, or even just a general conversation in the office. The selection of these communication methods is pivotal in determining the effectiveness of how key information, ideas, and objectives are communicated. When problems with communication occur, it can have serious consequences for business performance, efficiency, and motivation. The reason behind poor communication in business can be classified into two categories: insufficient communication and excessive communication. Let's look into insufficient communication first. Insufficient communication creates a vacuum in which vital information is withheld or inadequately distributed between employees. In such scenarios, efficiency takes a hit because employees lack the necessary guidance, clarity, and understanding to execute their tasks effectively. This shortage of information typically results in employees struggling to align their efforts with organisational goals. Consider a business with a hierarchical structure that fails to communicate its strategic vision to lower-level employees. They might not fully comprehend their roles or how their work contributes to the bigger picture. This lack of clarity can lead to inefficiencies, as employees work without a clear sense of purpose. As a result, motivation dwindles and employees may feel disconnected from the organisation's objectives, further impacting their performance. In the absence of adequate communication, team members may also miss out on critical updates, hindering their ability to adapt to changing circumstances. This, in turn, can negatively impact their productivity and overall efficiency. In contrast, excessive communication can have equally detrimental effects on efficiency and motivation. When inundated with a constant barrage of messages, meetings, and updates, employees can become overwhelmed. This information overload can lead to decreased productivity as employees struggle to separate essential information from the noise. Imagine a business where every decision and update is communicated through multiple channels. Employees are likely to find themselves spending an excessive amount of time sorting through emails, attending lengthy meetings, or responding to a constant stream of messages. This not only diverts their attention from core tasks, but can also cause confusion while straining their motivation and energy. In addition, an environment of excessive communication may inadvertently convey a lack of trust in employees' abilities. When every decision or action is micromanaged through constant communication, it can demoralise and disengage employees, as they feel their contributions and autonomy are undervalued. Because of this, achieving the right balance in communication is essential for business success. It requires businesses to provide employees with the information they need to excel in their roles, while avoiding unnecessary distractions and information overload. Effective communication cultivates a sense of trust, clarity, and purpose within the organisation, leading to improved efficiency and motivation. For instance, a business that adopts a clear and concise communication strategy can ensure that employees receive the information necessary to perform their jobs effectively. This includes setting clear expectations, providing regular feedback, and aligning individual goals with organisational objectives. Such practices strengthen efficiency by reducing uncertainty and enhancing employee motivation as they understand their contributions are valued. Likewise, an organisation that streamlines its communication channels and avoids overloading employees with non-essential information can foster a more focused and engaged workforce. This approach helps maintain a healthy work-life balance, prevents burnout, and encourages employees to take ownership of their roles. So now we know how important effective communication is in business and the potential consequences of insufficient or excessive communication on efficiency and motivation. Let's explore some of the key barriers to effective communication in business. A barrier to communication can be likened to a roadblock that obstructs a smooth flow of information. These obstacles come in various forms and can significantly hinder the effectiveness of communication. Here are some common barriers to communication in business. First up, it's poor explanations. Inadequate or unclear explanations can muddle the message and confuse employees. When instructions or information are not articulated clearly, employees may struggle to grasp their roles or tasks, leading to inefficiency. Imagine a scenario where a project's objectives are poorly explained. This could result in wasted time and resources as team members attempt to make sense of the intended outcome. Poor spelling and grammar is another key barrier, as language is a vehicle of communication and its clarity and correctness matter. Poor spelling and grammar can cause uncertainty, making it difficult for the person receiving the message to clearly understand it. Such errors may erode trust and professionalism in written communication, potentially affecting motivation and efficiency. Using the incorrect language or terminology for the audience can also create confusion. Imagine a technical team discussing intricate details with non-technical staff without simplifying the language. The result? A breakdown in communication, leading to inefficiency and frustration amongst team members. In our tech-driven world, technology is a double-edged sword. While it has revolutionised communication, it can also be a source of many barriers. Technical glitches, unreliable platforms, or incompatible software can disrupt the flow of information, affecting efficiency and motivation. Employees may become frustrated when technology fails to facilitate effective communication. Another barrier is the poor structuring of information. If information is poorly presented, it can confuse the person receiving it, impeding their ability to extract key details. In business reports or presentations, a lack of clear structure can hinder decision making and lead to inefficiencies. Next up, it's the overuse of jargon or specialised terminology, which can alienate those who are not familiar with it. Have you ever been speaking to someone who constantly talks in acronyms or abbreviations? Did this leave you feeling confused? If so, you're not on your own. Whilst it may make the person talking feel like the smartest person in the room, if employees encounter language that they don't understand, they may disengage, leading to decreased motivation and a potential reduction in efficiency. Perhaps one of the most significant barriers is a simple lack of understanding. When the person sending a message and the person receiving the message do not share a common frame of reference, miscommunication can arise. This may lead to errors, rework, and in the long run, reduced efficiency. The consequences of ineffective communication can be really serious. Reduced business efficiency and an increased likelihood of mistakes are just the tip of the iceberg. Inadequate communication can confuse customers, obstructing them from receiving crucial messages. This can ultimately impact a business's sales and profitability. For example, if a customer is unclear about a product's features or pricing due to poorly communicated information, they may turn to a competitor, leading to a decline in sales. In addition, ineffective communication can take a toll on employee motivation. When employees constantly encounter communication barriers, they may become frustrated and demotivated. This demotivation can translate into reduced productivity, lower job satisfaction, and even higher turnover rates. By recognising and mitigating these barriers to communication, organisations can develop a more open, transparent, and engaging communication environment. In doing so, they not only enhance their operational efficiency, but also improve employee motivation and customer satisfaction, ultimately contributing to their overall success and profitability.